Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All righty, folks, this young man we got coming on, you know some of his people out there, Jim Peterik, which was his dad who founded Survivor and the Ides of March, but we don't want to talk too much about that. We want to talk to this young man because he is a singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. For all you folks who don't know what that is, it means he can play more than just the banjo. And he's out of Chicago writing his own songs and rocking through the real world, man. Good morning, Colin Peterik. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Stephen. How are you doing this morning?
I appreciate you coming on, man. I guarantee it. I know you're busy, but it's good to have you, man. No doubt about it. So anyway, for all the folks out there listening, y'all can, it's just colinpeterik.com. Easy to go to. He's got all his links and everything that goes to right on his website, all his music and everything. So tell these folks out here that's listening a little bit about yourself.
Well, let's see. Chicago, Illinois, born and raised. My dad's in the music industry. I got involved at a young age. Really interested in songwriting and recording. I learned picked up the piano, picked up the guitar, picked up the drums, opened up a couple different studios, handful of bands. And finally, I worked up the courage one day to say, hey, I want to do a solo band. I don't want this to be a democracy anymore. I want to do my tunes, the way I want to do them. And, kind of just blaze my own trail.
Well, now, when you said I'm going to break out on my own, did your dad say, man, you're crazy. This is a hard road to hoe. Why don't you go to college and be a lawyer or something?
No, he thought I was crazy for not trying. He's a dreamer. That's how he made his success. He made his success by forging his own path and not listening to the naysayers,
I'm with you, man. And like I said, people don't realize how hard it is to be in this business. But now you have got you've got some cool stuff coming out and working on some cool new music. I want to know about Cocaine Nights, man. That song, Cocaine Nights. Yeah. That kind of, where did that song come from?
Well, music is kind of a special art form. It take you away to a different time and a different place.
Right.
Maybe times you listen to music and you feel like you're taking different substances. And listen, I don't condone the use of drugs or illegal drugs or, prescriptions or whatever. But if you can listen to Sgt. Pepper's or, Magical Mystery Tour and feel like you're on LSD, why can't you listen to a song and get your heart rate up and feel like you're on some speed, So that's kind of what I was trying to do with that one.
It was a cool little tune, man. It was a cool little tune. And I guess one of my favorite that you got out there is Smile. That's got a cool little beat to it. And that's just a neat little song. Where did you come up with that?
Yeah, a lot of good response to that one. Thank you. Everything you can hear on Spotify too. Smile. Kind of a seedling of a song I've been working on for a while. And I had the chorus. I knew the chorus was cool. It kind of jumps in really, really big. I was struggling with a verse. I put it away in the drawer for a few years. I pulled it back out with a fresh, clear head. I, cleared my mind and worked on a new verse, worked out the new arrangement, and it all came together for this record.
Well, it's a cool. Now, is this the new record now, or is this?
This is the new record now. This is the debut. There's 12 songs. It's my debut full length. I've released some stuff in the past, but this is the full deal.
Well, now it says, you're a Grammy Award-winner mixer, engineer, and producer. I mean, now you've been doing that before you went out on your own. Who have you worked with as far as that goes?
Well, just to be clear, I think it's actually Craig Bauer who mixed my album, who was a Grammy winner.
Right.
He's worked with Lupe Fiasco and Kanye West and Ed Sheeran and all these guys. But yeah. So I wanted to get an outside ear to mix the album, but I've been producing and mixing. I went to school for audio engineering, and I opened up the studio and I've been recording bands in the Chicago area for the past 12 years. But it was a real treat to work with Craig on this one.
Well, now in Chicago, okay, we get a lot of people because that red dirt country is just wide open right now, and a lot of people in Texas right now are coming out, and there is hundreds of places in Texas right now that people are playing. What's the music scene like in Chicago? I mean, is it more rock, more country, and is there a lot of places to play?
It's kind of tough in Chicago. There's not a huge scene. If you want to make money in Chicago, I would say either hip hop or join a wedding band. Right. Which is kind of sad. The other side of the coin is nowadays music is with the internet. It doesn't matter where you live. everything proliferates on the internet. And if you can market yourself to an international audience, then it doesn't really matter where you live. But there is some good music coming out of Chicago, some good clubs. Thalia Hall is a big one. The Double Door is just opening up a new location up north. So there's some stuff going on here for sure.
Well, that's the thing about it, and I guess of course that TV series Yellowstone, I think is what really fired off the red dirt country stuff down in Texas. I think that's where everybody found out about that, because a lot of the musicians they had on there we'd listened to for years, and nobody ever really. And that's the thing about marketing yourself now, if you can actually do that. And now this new album, what is the name of the new album?
The name of the new album is Everything and Nothing.
So now
and it's kind of.
Go ahead. It's kind of what now?
It kind of explores the duality of, cognitive dissonance of living and trying to make sense and make purpose of your life, knowing that we all end up in the ground one day. You know what I mean? It's kind of an existential album, and a lot of the songs on the album come from moments of existential crisis.
Right.
And dealing with that as a songwriter and as an artist, that's one way that I deal with these hard questions. Is I turn to the piano.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man, the piano's my favorite. I grew up, we play music, hillbilly stuff down here, and I tell everybody, my mother was a piano player. She played for church, and that is my favorite instrument. And you've got some videos on there where you're actually just playing the piano, man. I love it. I mean, you're absolutely talented. There's no doubt about it, and that is my favorite. Is that your favorite instrument?
Definitely, yeah. Definitely, like it lets you. It gives you it's almost like music visualized. You can see every single note all at once. It's all laid out there for you, and there's endless possibilities. And if you get a decent keyboard or a synthesizer, now you have endless sounds and, every type of sound you'd ever want, and every note you could ever make, and every chord. It's just a beautiful, beautiful instrument.
I love it. But, like I said, we've had a lot of, and I like supporting people like you that, like we've had Georgette Jones on and Dean Miller and all these folks. And your dad being who your dad is, when you get out and do live performances, do a lot of people expect you to be your dad? That's the thing that I think's the worst.
No, I don't think so. I think they see the passion come through. But we've both been really careful about being our own men, and he doesn't try to push anything on me and vice versa. And it's important to us to be unique from each other. But I think our passion comes through in a similar way, for sure.
Well, that's good. Colin Peterik on .com. Go to that. You can't miss it. That's who we're talking to. And he has got, like I said, you can buy T-shirts, you can buy the new album, the whole 9 yards going on with that. And he's got some really cool stuff. My favorite so far is Smile. I was giving him a hard time about Cocaine Nights, but I love that tune Smile. I mean, that's just one of them. I mean, what style? I mean, it really wouldn't be rock and roll, but I guess, it's hard to pocket this stuff into a certain pocket.
Yeah.
Where would you say far as your genre would be on your music?
Well, I hate genres because, music, it takes everything from everything that's happened before. It's like an art form that draws off of its predecessors. So I listen to so much different music, rock, country, hip hop, heavy metal, progressive rock, psychedelic rock. I mean, lots of rock and pop influences, but if you try to put me into a box, I would say don't do that. Just listen to it for what it is. But you're going to hear psychedelic rock, indie rock, folk, soul, R&B, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of country. I have a huge array of influences, and I like to draw from as much as I can. Why limit myself to any one genre?
I'm with you on that, man. I just think that's terrible. A lot of people do we kind of got pocketed in the outlaw country, which we really ain't. I mean, like you, I listen to everybody you can think of, from John Prine all the way to whoever. So, but now, okay, now I'm sure your dad influenced you. There's no way that, he didn't through the years, because I'm sure you was around that type of music. But now, who really was, as far as your musician that really heavily influenced you as far as your music, other than your dad, who would it be?
Yeah, well, definitely the Beatles. The Beatles is kind of like the foundation of my love for music. Everything they did was so influential to me. But beyond that, one band that I really fell in love with at an early age was King Crimson, which is an early progressive rock band from England.
Right.
And that led me down the big rabbit hole, Genesis, Yes, and all those progressive rock bands, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. So that was a huge influence on me. And then I discovered Steely Dan,
right.
the smooth rock, jazz rock band from LA and New York. And I fell in love with them. I binged all their albums, and that changed my life. And then I discovered, indie rock, My Morning Jacket, Lana Del Rey, Foster the People, and all these bands, Fleet Foxes, that were kind of taking a modern approach to this jazz-influenced progressive music.
Well, now that's the thing you explained your music. You're right. There's a little bit of everything in that. I mean, no doubt about it. I mean, as far as the different songs and the way they're set up, but it's absolutely, you are very talented when it comes to that. Now, I've got to ask you this. You said country. Who on the country side of thing? And if you say Garth Brooks, I'm going to hang up on you, but who, who do you like on the country side?
No, I don't listen to country too much casually, but my ears are always open, and we're at these bars, these blue collar bars, and
right.
I taking notes. And honestly, too, I have a lot of clients at the studio that are doing they're pitching songs in Nashville, and they're doing country inspired stuff. So, it rubs off on me. And if you listen to Smile, I've got a lot of people telling me that Smile has some country influence, and I'll tell them like, well, hey, I'll take it, but I wasn't really going for that. So
right.
I keep my palette, my paint palette open for anything.
Oh, I love it, man. I guarantee it. Now, you're going to be in like a City Winery. I didn't realize. I guess there's City Wineries all over the place, but you're going to be in City Winery.
Yeah, two of them. I'll be City Winery Chicago on Tuesday, April 5th.
Well, now they've got them. They're all over the country. You think you'll be able to get a tour with that and just go from? I mean, that would be a tour right there, just going from one City Winery to the next.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've played the one in Nashville before. I've played Chicago before. So yeah, we'll see if this one goes well. We'll see what's next.
Well, now you get back down to Nashville, you need to let me know because I'd like to come up there.
You got it. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Anything else we need to know? Because I'm going to stay. I don't want to miss anything out because I want these folks to go to. No doubt you can go to the website, and it's just his name. It's just colinpeterik.com. You don't even have to put www. in there anymore. And this kid is. I say kid. I'm sorry. I'm older than you, so I'm gonna say kid. But anyway, he's very talented. Got some great stuff out here. It's got links to all of his stuff he's doing, his new album, and need to support him, no doubt. But anything we're leaving out?
That's it. I mean, it's hard being an artist in this day and age, especially right now. After COVID, everybody's trying to get back on stage. So I would just say, not only support me, but support your local artists, support your local venues, and follow me on Spotify, follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Colin Colin Peterik Peterik.com. Check it out, and there's something. If you're a fan of music, there's something there for you on that.
Yep.
That album.
I'll say that for sure. That's the thing about it. Everybody's getting back out touring now because of the COVID's over with, but now fuel prices are bad. It just seemed like the musician or the entertainer just kind of got the rough. It's just rough out there for them, man. So we'll support you all we can.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Hey, man, you get back down this. I'm gonna keep up with this. I see you coming down this way. I'm gonna get you back on, and we'll see if we can't help you a little bit.
All right, you got it. Thank you, Stephen.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother. You take care. Thank you for spending a little time with us. And remember, you can tune in every morning at WJULradio.com at 8 a.m. Eastern. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Facebook, The Morning Dish.